welcome back to Lulu Crochet. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really nice cowl. It's my favorite little pattern to make. I made it up a long time ago, and I just keep making these cowls. They fit well, they feel really good. Really a simple stitch to use, easy for TV crafting. If you want to sit in front of the TV and not have to look down at your work the whole time, this is a great project for you. It works well with a lot of different types of yarns, but it really works well with these single ply yarns like this Aurora Borealis, which is what I used for that one. Works well for the short color change type of yarns like this. I love this yarn. This is a super soft acrylic. Just a really pretty colorway that has a short color change. But for today, I'm going to be using this Aurora Borealis yarn. All of these are like a worsted yarn. They recommend to use a 5.5mm crochet hook. For this project, I'm going to be upsizing the hook so that it has a loose feel to the project. You can see this isn't a very tight stitch, just want a little bit of movement. Now to get started, we're going to be doing a foundation double crochet, and don't know where my tape measure is. I'm just going to use my ruler to see how wide this is. Got 12 inches. And a little piece, 13, 14, 16 inches long. So 16 and 16 is 32 inches. So we're going to be making a foundation double crochet chain that is 32 inches long. To get started, I'm going to be using a 6mm hook and a 7mm hook. I like to use the 7mm hook at the beginning. Should we use blue or multi? I think maybe we'll use the blue today. Okay, so first thing is finding the end of the yarn. So usually when you unwrap the yarn, you're going to find one end is going to be tucked into the center of one side. That's not it. There we go. So whatever end that your outside edge comes from, go to the opposite end if you're using a center pull ball. And find that inside. I'm starting with my larger hook on this bottom edge because I do like the bottom edge to be a little bit wider at the bottom, at the neck. And then when it gets closer up towards your chin, I'm going to be switching to a smaller diameter hook. To get started, we're just going to make a slip knot. And leave about, let's see, that is going to be, that's an 8-inch tail stretch, just like a 7-inch tail. Enough to be able to weave through a few stitches. Because this is a single ply yarn, you do need a little bit more length than just an inch or two to weave in. So to get started, I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to yarn over. You can see the front of the stitches. I'm going to the back of the stitch, into that bump. I'm gonna pull up a loop. I'm going to yarn over and pull through just that one, yarn over and pull through two, yarn over and pull through two. I'm going to mark the top of this stitch. That is going to be our first stitch. And I'm going to continue this. I'm going to yarn over again. And then I'm turning this up so you can see the bottom stitches. I'm going to go through both loops of this bottom. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. I'm going to yarn over and pull through one. That's making your starting chain. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through two, and yarn over and pull through two. Yarn over, go through both of those loops of that bottom stitch, pull up a loop, go through one, through two, and through two. So this is just our foundation double crochet chain. Again, you have to flip this upside down to see your V made in the previous stitch. Now, I've decided that I wanted to make mine 32 inches to be the same as that first one. And we need an even number of stitches for this pattern. So what I'm going to do is measure along and see how many stitches I have per inch. Here I've got 1, 2, 3. Measure to the next one. 1 inch, 1, 2, 3, and about a quarter stitch. So I'm going to do a little bit of math here. We're going to do 32 inches times 3 and 1/4 stitches per inch. Going to need roughly 104 stitches. We're going to go for 100 and see where that gets us. And I'll be back with you once I get to 104 stitches. Okay, and I've got all of my double crochets set up, and I'm ready to join in the round to continue going. You can see same width, maybe a little bit wider than my initial cowl. The way I like to do it is make sure to just line it up exactly as I'm doing here, so that you can make sure that you haven't got any twists and it does lay flat. And then I put that stitch marker in the first stitch we're going to use. I'm going to take my hook and slip directly into that stitch. Then I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to skip the next stitch. I'm going to double crochet into the stitch after that. This pattern is very simple. You're just going to chain one, skip a stitch, and double crochet into the next. You keep doing that. Skip a stitch, double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain one, all the way around until you get back. As you can see, I've actually skipped ahead a bit, but when you finish the very first round of the double crochet, chain, skip a stitch, double crochet, in the next rounds, what you'll be doing is you'll slip into the chain three, make a slip stitch, and then chain three. Then you're going to go into the opening and make a double crochet and chain one, and then the next opening and double crochet and chain one. This is where you can really just fly and go pretty quickly. This is easy television watching stitches because you can literally feel where that stitch is with your finger. Go into that hole, make your stitch, chain one, and then slide down to the next stitch. You can do this all the way around till you get back to the beginning. Now, as you can see, I'm getting close to the end of the next round, and my yarn is on the short side. So I'm going to make this my last every other stitch round. Go into this last stitch here, chain one, and now I've got my last slip stitch. I've done 15 rounds. And for this last round, I'm going to chain one. I'm going to make a standing double, make a single crochet, and then go into the left bar of that single and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through two, and that will count as my first double crochet. I'm just going to put a marker in. And for this last round, all you're doing is putting a double crochet in the top of the double crochet and the double crochet into the chain space all the way around. Now we've made it back around to the beginning of the round. I've got this last stitch to make a double crochet. And that's the first stitch we had. You can pull your yarn all the way through. Then take your darning needle we're going to skip this first stitch and we're going to go front to back through this first, actually it's going to be the second V, second stitch. And then back down through the middle of that first stitch. This makes a very neat edge. Turn it to the back side. To weave in your ends. Now I'm also going to take this beginning tail and weave it in. Actually going to do it the same way. I'm going to take that first stitch, I'm going to come back through this beginning stitch. And then just weave it in neat and flat. You may notice this stitch marker here. When I'm about 1/3 of the way up, I do switch from a bigger hook, the 7, down to the size 6mm hook. That way I have a little bit more stretchiness down at the bottom, and then up around the chin and face it's a little bit tighter, so it has a nice drape. I hope you've enjoyed making this cowl with me today. It's a very versatile pattern. You can use pretty much any yarn and it will actually be a good background stitch. Stitch is very basic, so it shows off your beautiful yarns. Have a great day.